Hey everybody, it's Matt Demers here on the final day of the Summit 3. We have our Summit champion here, Arteezy, or one of them anyway. There's obviously four others.
Me and Zai are the two-time Summit champions, though.
Two-time, that was from the first one with EG, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So how does it feel, I guess, kind of like repeating and having like this event that you can say, yeah, I'm like in the majority of the winners?
It feels good, especially because I ended Summit 2 on such a bad note with my team. I left like right after we lost. I just changed my flight and I left because I was so sad and I couldn't even be here anymore. So it definitely feels nice to recorrect it and be a two-time champ now.
Is there a little bit of feeling of redemption now that you kind of beat your old team in order to kind of get here?
There is a little feeling, but we still have a lot more tournaments to focus on, a lot more work to do as a team. So this is just the beginning, I think. Because this happened with Evil Geniuses too. Around like this time of the year, after the TI patch comes out, we really started to pick up as a team because we all like understood that this is a TI patch and everything. So with every LAN, I feel like my team gets stronger. We all get stronger. So I feel like at the pace we're going at TI, we should be looking very strong.
I mean, like you guys literally just came from winning the Red Bull Battlegrounds LAN to here and then winning this LAN. So do you guys feel like you have some major momentum kind of like going into like everything else?
I like to look at it, I guess you could say we do have some momentum going, but I always like to take it as in like fresh. Each tournament is a fresh tournament and the past tournaments don't really influence it that much. So I don't really like this momentum thing, but I can understand why like it's a thing. For other teams against the team, for other teams against us, I think there is some kind of block and maybe in their mind, so it's helpful, yeah.
At least in the, with the new patch and everything like that, so you guys can at least think, hey, something we did went right because we won the whole tournament, right? Like, is there at least that kind of feeling that, hey, like the choices that we made or the theories that we had, they were affirmed at least because we won?
Yeah, I mean, it's for sure we have kind of those things because we didn't practice at all, like I said in the other interview. So it feels like we're the kind of team like how EG used to be. Like we used to be no practice and we just learn in the LAN. It seems like it's kind of evolving into that. So I think that's the best way. I think just while the LAN goes on, you adapt and then you become the strongest team.
Something that we actually saw, I believe in Game 3, like I was sitting in the practice room with a bunch of other people, and everyone's pretty much saying, everyone's pretty much on a signature hero that they had. We had Papillon Enchantress, Shadow Fiend, we had an S4 QOP, that kind of stuff. So I guess, even kind of looking at this, Zai had a Clockwork and Croaky had a Rubik, and each one of those heroes kind of defines you guys as players, or maybe the other way around. You guys define the heroes anyway. So how did that feel anyway to get just like complete comfort picks? And I think that was like the start of the real snowball. Like you guys shut down EG pretty hard in that game.
I think after the second game,
yeah,
they were at the point where it's very simple what to do to win, because that second game, the way they lost in their minds is probably very bad, and like they're mad at each other. I don't know how it was in the team dynamic, but that game for them was like, how the hell did we lose this game? So once they lost that game, and then we wanted to change up how the pace of the series was going, so we banned another hero. And then they were probably going to think that we're doing the same draft, so their ideas were kind of mixed up. So already mentally, they're not maybe feeling 100% confident, and they gave us also our two best heroes, you could think, like how you said. So then they're already like, okay, how do we win this game? So they're already at both a mental disadvantage and also actual like draft disadvantage too.
I feel like this entire series there was a little bit of picking on Sumail, let's put it that way, and there was a really big focus on taking those courier snipes anyway, or taking those courier kills anyway. I don't want to say that there was there, did you target, I guess, him at all to try to tilt him and hope that the rest of the team was affected by that, or was it just kind of a whatever happened in the game?
Not really. We didn't like say let's go kill Sumail's chicken and stuff like that, but we did say like EG, like usually they don't pick Sumail's hero first two. So when we saw the first two pick, we're like, okay, there's something wrong going on. So they're feeling desperate. They want to win. So then after we beat them with their Storm, it's kind of GG already, as you saw in the last game. So we didn't really pick on Sumail, but we identified that Sumail's heroes get banned in the second phase, so they want to do something desperate, so then they just have to do something like this. And it's not very comfortable for them to do that.
This is kind of speaking of desperation. I'm looking at the bans in the last game. You guys did ban like a lot of kind of game-changing heroes that we're seeing from, you banned out Clockwork, banned out Magnus, banned out Klink's Brew, that kind of stuff. I feel that those are heroes that EG tend to pick when they need to like make a big turnaround in momentum or change. Was that something that you guys recognized as well?
Well, they were picking like the AAC, so they opened with Chen Line, and then at DAC they would pick like Jugger, or they would pick more this meta of Clinks, because their Clinks, what they think Clinks is good with Chen, and they think Clinks is good versus Gyro. So it's nice to just eliminate that. So because we thought Clinks is good here too versus Gyro, so then we just ban it, and like they probably like, okay, what do we do now? So they just pick like a bear. That's also a DAC hero, because I don't think it's that good right now. So they're like relying on previous drafts and previous patches, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like it's like a change of mentality. Like
They were looking for something that I like to think is they were looking for something comfortable, and like it put them at a disadvantage.
Yeah, and then the next game they just went crazy and like big Death Prophet for Samil. I've never seen that before, so I'm not sure if it was just like Hail Mary or if it was like practiced.
So I guess as a last question, wrapping up the tournament and kind of wrapping up like your run through it, you know, you were mentioning that you guys did do a lot of adapting, but what's something else that you guys think that you did better than any team this tournament?
That's a hard question. I think it's just knowing when you have to basically accept that what the other team's doing is right, and you have to like ban it out. So for example, like when we lost to Vichi's BH, like we're like, okay, you know, this hero is good, let's just ban it. Like having the pride to understand that this is a good like strategy versus what you're doing is very important, because you have to identify if like, is this really changing the game, this ban, or is this BH really changing the game, which we banned versus Vici. And then, just basically having the pride to admit that this hero, this strategy is good versus what you're doing.
So I guess having a lot of humility is great. Like you need to be able to put aside that ego that would say, "Oh no, don't worry, it isn't a big problem. We can beat it next time."
Yeah, you definitely have to accept that drafting matters a lot and strategies matter a lot. Like you cannot win any game you want with any draft. It's impossible. Like there's some drafts that are just superior in every single way to another draft. The draft matters and the way you play matters. And just because you think you're better than the other opponent, and you have your heroes for per se, doesn't matter. If their strategy is better, they can be worse players. They can do whatever they want. Their strategy is better.
Arteezy, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Thank you so much for checking out our coverage all through the Summit 3. We've had a great time here in sunny Los Angeles talking just Dota with you guys. If you want to check out more in-depth stats, in-depth analysis, and stat tracking, that kind of stuff, you can check out our app at thescoreesports.com. Check out our site, check out our app, all that other fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. Until next time.